Morning everyone, Ray from Hike-ALOT. Here today to do a quick product review for you guys. This is not a hiking essential. It's not going to be on anyone's top 10 list of things I'm supposed to be taking, but it is one that's on my list of stuff that, quite honestly, sometimes, especially if I'm not going that far, it's kind of fun to take and play around with. So today we're going to talk about the Flir Scout thermal imaging. Okay, so thermal and night vision are two completely different things. This is going to be giving off a heat signature for all the critters that it sees out there, whether they're two-legged or four. This whole little device is only about 6 ounces, so it's not overly heavy. And like I said, I'll take it sometimes if I just want to take it out there and play around in the woods and just sort of see what's around at night. I've sat and watched deer roam out across the top of the mountains and eat and things like that. It's really fun just to kind of pick up and, just really see what's visiting you at night. It is selling for, about the time that I'm cutting this video at least, it's selling for right at $600, so it's not a cheap device, but it is one of the cheaper thermals that I've seen out there. And Flir typically makes some good stuff. There are a handful of complaints where people have gotten the device and had issues with customer service. I've personally had this device for over 5 years and have used it pretty frequently. I've had 0 issues with it. I have taken care of it. I've kind of babied it. Probably the biggest complaint I've had with this is there's really no way to go through and change the battery once the battery kind of runs down. And I've had this one now, like I said, over 5 years. So it doesn't hold the greatest of a charge. And it will discharge the battery if it's just charged and sitting up on the shelf somewhere. So if I'm going to use mine, I charge it actually before I take it out, just because I know that the battery will try and kind of drain down. It doesn't drain down quickly, but it does drain down eventually. Runtime right out the gate, you probably get 2 or 3 hours worth of actual runtime when it's new. Obviously, as the battery gets older, there's less charge in there, and you get less and less time out of it. But I definitely get probably half that time right now on it. I wish there were a way to actually change the battery in it. If there is, I have no idea how to do it. I've not ventured into opening this thing up because the range on this little guy it's right at 100 yards. Bigger stuff, I definitely pick it up over that. Smaller stuff, obviously, the range is going to be a little bit less on it, but I think 100 is probably a pretty good average in the whole scheme of things. And that's actually what they publish as the range is 100 yards. They list on there it's a 5-hour rechargeable battery. I don't know that I ever got 5 hours out of it. Like I said, it was more like a 3, somewhere in that neighborhood. Right. There is a rechargeable USB gate up at the top of it. It's the old style USB charges. You got a power button down here. Obviously, that's what turns it on and off. Which you have an indicator light up here as well that just lets you know it's on. And then you've got really your menu option buttons, because once it comes up the display inside of here, you'll see the menu options where you can go through and you can change the profile as to how the thermal signatures show up with different color patterns, and it's more of a preference thing. But your enter button, and then this is your up down to select through. You go through with this and actually like capture still footage with it. So you can go through and like take a picture and save it. I think you can copy them out with the USB from here, but I'll be honest, I've never tried to do that. As you guys can see on the images I've been kind of splashing up on here, one, this is very different than night vision. It's not going to be something that's uber crystal clear. This isn't military grade stuff that I can go out, running through the woods at full bore and can see everything going around me just like it's daylight. That's not what this is designed to be. It's purely a heat signature. This is one of the cheaper options on the market. These things can easily go up to thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars to get really high-end things. Okay, so far this little device has met my need, but I went into it looking for, a couple things. I wanted to be able to use it for search and rescue and be a functional but entry-level tool, because most of the time when I get called on searches, it's nighttime. It never seems to happen during the day. It does, but rarely. It's something I can take with me on hikes. I can take out and play around with. I don't take it on day hikes. I only take it on, backpacking things I'm going to be spending the night, because it just gives me, quite frankly, it gives me something to play with around the fire that's purely entertainment value. And then I have used it on occasion for hunting and stuff, just to see what's out and about. So for all those needs, it's met my purpose. It's not a cheap purchase, but if you got a few bucks to kill, it's pretty fun. Check it out. Okay guys, hopefully you found that useful. If you're out there, on the trail right now or sitting around the campfire right now, just remember, as always, left foot, right foot, repeat. We'll see you out there soon. maybe I'll be staring at you at night. Okay, that was actually really creepy. Sorry about that.